Two states, Colorado especially, is trying to get Trump's name taken off the ballot using the 14th Amendment. It won't work. I'll tell you why it won't work. But also how, 50 states could give this a shot. This is just more Democrats doing election interference. It means Trump is winning. And it means they really have no other options but to take these desperate moves. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is where all the happy people are. All the sour liberals are not watching this channel. So come on in and subscribe and join our little parade of patriots marching all the way to 2024. Here's the headline. The 14th Amendment could spoil Donald Trump's re-election chances. Liberal groups, are trying to end Donald Trump's attempt to return to the White House by arguing he's an eligible president after trying to overturn the 2020 election. Nice try, guys.
There's been increased activity to try and block him from winning, not in elections, but by using almost never used clause in the U.S. Constitution, in the 14th Amendment.
Oh, it's never been used, all right, because Democrats are just they'll make up anything at this point. Lawyers argue whether the Constitution's insurrection clause blocks Trump from the 2024 ballot. Denver, Associated Press, lawyers for a group of Colorado voters on Monday focused on the January 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol and former President Donald Trump's role, opening a trial that could determine whether the Constitution's insurrection clause bars Trump from running again for the White House. Look, this is all going to end up in the Supreme Court. I'll humor them for a second. Before the trial and the lawsuit began, Trump's lawyers filed a motion to have the judge recuse herself because she had donated in the past to a liberal group in the state. Of course she did. They're all Democrats. They're all Marxists. That's why they did this. They're not neutral. This isn't a neutral, fair judge. This is a Democrat operative. Okay. Did she recuse herself? No, she said no. The campaign also noted the current lawsuit was filed by a liberal nonprofit in a state that voted for Democrat Joe Biden in 2020. Big shocker, right? Quote, they send money to these dark money groups. They go to a Democratic jurisdiction and a Democratic judge, unquote. Trump spokesman Jason Miller said.
If the Minnesota Supreme Court says Donald Trump can be on the ballot or says he cannot be on the ballot, it'll probably get appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. If the Colorado judge says Donald Trump can or cannot be on the ballot, it'll also get appealed. It might have to stop at the Colorado Supreme Court first, but that would also inevitably get appealed again to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah, this is going right up the chain. And it's going to get overturned by the conservative justices who are actually constitutionalists. So it'll be at the very best. I'm guessing it'll be a 6-3 decision, but let's let it all play out. It has to go through all the court system and go through all the proper channels. Monday's hearing in Colorado State Court is the first of two lawsuits that could end up reaching the U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday, the Minnesota Supreme Court. Here's oral arguments in a similar case. Look, every state can do this now. I'm hoping they get knocked down so it sets a precedent just to say, look, they tried it somewhere else. 14th Amendment doesn't apply here. It's a 150-year-old statute that it was made to be used during the Civil War era. It's never been used against a president. Ultimately, either the Colorado or Minnesota case is expected to land at the Supreme Court, which has never ruled on the Civil War era provision. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment prohibits those who swore an oath to uphold the Constitution and then engage in insurrection against it from holding a higher office. This is a lame, hilarious grasping of straws. We should be laughing every time this comes up on our TV. Don't be scared, guys. This is stupid. This is your country on Marxist Democrats. And they're just trying to goof up the elections again. Take Trump's name off the ballot. Remember who's against democracy in this country. Remember who's trying to overturn elections. It's the Democrats. I'm Doug in Exile.